katotohanan, ayaw sa mali, galit sila sa manluloko. Yan ang MSMA, sila ang MSMA. Mas pinalakas, maganda ang dalang katotohanan, totoo para sa bayan. Marcos Social Media Alliance, sila ang MSMA. Walang inuurungan kahit pa na sino, lalo meron kang maling tinatago. Katotohanan ang kailangan nila dito. Kung ayaw mong patamaan ka ng grupo, sila ang MSMA. Totoo at walang tinatago, lahat isisiwalat, lalo pag mali ang pinapakita mo sa tao. Loyalista, katapatan para sa bayan, katotohanan ang kailangan. Sila ang grupong may paninindigan, totoong pagtulong, yan ang gusto nilang ipakita. Katotohanan ang gustong ibalita, maayos at walang imbento, di tulad ng iba, mga puro lang kwento. Dala ang katotohanan, ayaw sa mali, galit sila sa manluloko. Yan ang MSMA, sila ang MSMA. Mas pinalakas, maganda ang dalang katotohanan, totoo para sa bayan. Marcos Social Media Alliance, sila ang MSMA. Dala ang katotohanan, ayaw sa mali, galit sila sa manluloko. Yan ang MSMA, sila ang MSMA. Mas pinalakas, maganda ang dalang katotohanan, totoo para sa bayan. Marcos Social Media Alliance, sila ang MSMA. Ito ang samahan ng mga kaloyal, matibay ang pundasyon parang bakal. Marcos Social Media Alliance, walang makakatakas na mali sa bayan. Tulong-tulong, samahan na maganda ang isusulong. Yan ang MSMA, di uurong, basta nasa tama ay susulong. Lagi merong sagot, kada merong mali, mga balutot na sistema ay magagapi. Sila ay tunay sa tunay, totoo sa totoo, samahang mas lalong tumibay. Stronger and better, yan ang samahan, pinanghawakan nila. Marcos Social Media Alliance, MSMA. Dala ang katotohanan, ayaw sa mali, galit sila sa manluloko. Yan ang MSMA, sila ang MSMA. Mas pinalakas, maganda ang dalang katotohanan, totoo para sa bayan. Marcos Social Media Alliance, sila ang MSMA. Katotohanan, ayaw sa mali, galit sila sa manluloko. Yan ang MSMA, sila ang MSMA. Mas pinalakas, maganda ang dalang katotohanan, totoo para sa bayan. Marcos Social Media Alliance, sila ang MSMA.
Magandang hapon ho sa inyong lahat, mga ka-MSMA, mga kaibigan. Ito po si Spokesjet para sa ating episode ngayong araw. Ang ating tatalakayin ay tungkol sa issue na may kinalaman sa West Philippine Sea. And I would like to be frank with you because I am not so well versed with the issue about the West Philippine Sea. That's why please bear with me, correct me if I am wrong, if I missed anything, because my kuyas know more about the issue, because I'm more into the education issues and those that I can really tackle. Yes, so ngayon ay tatalakayin po natin ang tungkol sa di umano'y gusto ng isang senador na pagpapauwi rito sa Pilipinas sa ating ambassador to the People's Republic of China. This is Spokesjet, again saying, maganda po na himaymay po natin ang issue na ito at maging patas po tayo at sana po mula ngayon ay sa mga lahat ng pumupunta rito, lalo na ang mga ating mga dayo, ay maging marespeto tayo sa isa't isa. at magpakita tayo ng pagmamalasakit at pagmamahal. At wag po tayong maging bargas sa bawat isa dahil tayo ay pare-parehong sumusuporta at nagmamahal sa mga Marcos at sa ating pamahalaan. Ayun, bago ang lahat, I want to greet Sir Kira Yamamoto. Magandang hapon po sa inyo. Magandang hapon, Sir Kira. Yes. Yes, and Ate Jean Jagger, sabi niya rito, good morning, Spokesjet, MSMA UK. Ayun. At and sabi ni Ate Miu 2610, good afternoon to you. Hello, ayun, sabi niyo, sabi niya, hello Spokesjet, hello to you also, ayun. And binabati rin ni Ate Miu si Ate Jean Jaggers, ayun. Medyo hindi ko lang mabasa ang simbolo dahil alam niyo na may medyo ano tayo. Diyan tayo, umaasa tayo sa graphics. And Ate Joey S, good afternoon to you. At sa mga kaibigan natin na na nagpakulay, maraming salamat po. At syempre, lahat ng mga kaibigan natin dahil dito ay lahat po kayo ay mahalaga at lahat kayo ay aking ibabasa po yung aking message. Yes, and gusto ko mag-enjoy po tayong lahat dito. So, ano po tayo, medyo kailangan natin talaga na na kailangan talaga na tayo maging masaya tayo dito at syempre suportahan po natin ang ating mga kuya sa MSMA. Yes, suportahan po natin at saka tayo ay manood sa kanila at matuto. Yes, kasi ako ako natututo sa mga kuya ko eh. Ayun. Ngayong hapong ito, itatalakayin po natin ang issue tungkol doon sa gustong pagpapauwi ng senador na pangalanan nating si Frankie. Mamaya alamin natin kung sino si Frankie. Siyempre hindi naman pwede si Franklin Drilon dahil wala na yan. Saka hindi ko naman siya nagustuhan noon pa man dahil there is something about him that I despise. Yes. What a strong word, but that's how it is. Now we're going to talk about this senator, and of course our bida for this afternoon. And this bida is no other than the Philippine Ambassador to China. His name is Jaime FlorCruz. FlorCruz is actually his last name. Yes, and bago tayo pumunta sa issue, let us know who he is. Si Jaime FlorCruz ay isang dating taga-CNN na journalist at siya ay isang diplomat. And Jaime FlorCruz was he first went to China in the 1970s. That was in 1971 because he was an activist. Yes, good afternoon, KALOYAL Mr. J. He was an activist during the time of the early 70s martial law. And he went to China even though it was not permitted yet by then President Ferdinand Edrelin Marcos that Filipinos go to China. And because China at that time was under the what do you call that? The Cultural Revolution. The leader at the time was Mao Zedong, the communist leader. He wrestled the power away from Chiang Kai-shek in the 1940s. That's why since 1949, October 1st, China has been a communist country ever since. And Jaime FlorCruz, he did not return to the Philippines immediately because nung naganap ang Plaza Miranda bombing nung August 21st, 1971, na ang nag-orchestrate ay sina Ninoy Aquino at Joe Masison, ay hindi agad-agad nakauwi si Jaime FlorCruz. He was supposed to be there for only 3 weeks. Good afternoon sa iyo, Nanay Tessa Sanchez. And how are you today? I hope you're fine. I hope you're getting well, and I hope you are recuperating. Okay. Si Jaime FlorCruz, he did not return after 3 weeks because because si Jaime FlorCruz ay inilagay sa listahan ng gobyerno bilang na isa siyang subversibo, isang rebelde. Yes. And eto, nakarma rin kahit paano si Jaime FlorCruz because with no one to turn to, he had no family in China. He had to work there in the countryside. He experienced the Cultural Revolution. He worked in the fields, and then he found life difficult, but he had to stay there because he had no choice. He had to survive. He enrolled himself in Chinese history sa Peking University. Peking is the former name of Beijing. Yes, and upon graduating from college, because he did not finish his studies at PUP Manila. Yes, at that time it was called PCC, or Philippine College of Commerce, in the until the 70s, until 70s or so, in the 80s. Yes, si Jaime FlorCruz, he became a journalist in 1982. He was part of Time magazine, yeah, in its Beijing bureau. Okay, and then he rose from the ranks. He became Beijing chief, bureau chief from 1990 to 2000. Yes, and then kinover niya yung Tiananmen protest nung June 4th, 1989, where many Chinese were killed by the soldiers. And afterwards, nung matapos ang kanyang termino sa Time, ay sumali siya sa CNN. Yes, he became a correspondent for Beijing. And that's where he met his wife, and he had children with her, and the children were born and raised in China. Yes. And he stayed for a long time at CNN because he became well respected there. One of the first Filipinos to become part of the CNN, or cable news network, which is owned by Ted Turner. Yes, the ex-husband of Jane Fonda. Yes. Okay. And si Jaime FlorCruz, he became ambassador of the Philippines to China in 2022. And what is good about this is that he knows about China. And despite his different political leaning, his political affiliation, yeah, he vowed to serve. He vowed to serve our country, yeah, by being the ambassador to China. First of all, he knows about China like the back of his hand. Second, he has stayed there since for more than 4 or 5 decades. He practically built his life there, his young life, and then his professional life. And third, his education as a graduate of political history, of Chinese history from the University of Peking. That would be a qualification for him, yes. And his extensive international experience in journalism, in international journalism, particularly in Beijing, where he built his life and his family there. That's why I can say that President Bongbong Marcos made a good choice. But is it really a good choice? Only time and only the people can tell. Okay. And bakit nga naman na gusto na pauwiin si Ambassador Jaime FlorCruz dito sa Pilipinas? Bakit gustong i-recall? Recall is actually the correct term for for sending back the ambassador. Why? Okay, because according to this news, ay dahil doon sa issue ng West Philippine Sea, na kung saan ay paulit-ulit na ang panghaharas ng China sa ating mga kababayan sa sa area na yon sa West Philippine Sea. At sino nga ba ang nag-recall doon sa ating butihing si Ambassador Jaime FlorCruz? No other than Senator Francis Tolentino. Yes, Francis Tolentino, you heard it right. The former MMDA chairman and former mayor of Tagaytay City. Yes, of Bicolano descent. Yes, sabi dito sa balita na dapat temporaryo na pauwiin itong i-recall si Philippine Ambassador to China FlorCruz. Bakit? Sapagkat ayon dito kay Francis Tolentino ay para may pakita ang pagkondena ng Pilipinas sa ginagawa ng China ngayon, sa Chinese Coast Guard doon sa ating mga teritoryo, yung patuloy na paghahara sa ating mga fisherfolk, yung patuloy na pang-aangkin sa area ng West Philippine Sea, lalo na yung Panatag Shoal or Scarborough Shoal. Please correct me if I get things mixed up. Yes, bakit nga ba ginawa ito ni Francis Tolentino? Nasabihin niya na dapat i-recall temporarily ng Malacanang ang ambassador natin to the People's Republic of China. It's because Francis Tolentino or Senator Tolentino happens to be the vice chairperson of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. Yes, at saka ito ang pamamaraan, di umano, na dapat nating i-adapt daw nang sa gayon ay may pakita natin na hindi lang sasapat ang ating mga diplomatic protest laban doon sa ginagawa ng China sa ating teritoryo. And there was even a time na ang Chinese ambassador to the Philippines ay kinastigo. Yes. That was recently. Okay. Ano ba ang pinag-ugatan ng suhestyon ni Senator Tolentino? Okay. Ito. Dahil isang vessel ng Chinese Coast Guard ay nagpaputok ng water cannon doon sa ating barko na ML Kalayaan. Actually, ang ML Kalayaan ay isang barko na nagpapadala ng mga supply doon sa mga personnel na nagbabantay sa BRP Sierra Madre. Actually, itong BRP Sierra Madre ay naka-dock doon sa naka-dock doon sa dagat at nahihirapang tanggalin dahil sa kalumaan. Pero kailangan nang tanggalin dahil ito ay hindi na pwedeng magbiyahe pa dahil syempre sa kalumaan at saka sa pangamba na maaaring masira ang istruktura ng barkong BRP Sierra Madre. Ayun. At itong pagpapafire ng water cannon ay matatawag nating puno na ang salok. Okay. At ito'y nagpapahiwatig na ang Beijing ay walang respeto at walang pakundangan sa ating teritoryo. Bakit? One reason is clear. Because China wants to expand its territory. It wants to become a superpower by taking away the islands that supposed to be ours. And it should not be that way because China is a huge country. Why should it do that? Why should it? I think it's because of the oil. Because of the oil na nandun sa ating mga islands. Yung mga Malapaya, ganon. And hindi tama ang ginagawa ng Beijing sa totoo lang. And we have to admit that China is becoming abusive in its pursuit of its so-called goal. And it is disregarding disregarding the laws of the sea and of course yung pangagaw ng territory nito is not only arbitrary but also it's also a huge cause for concern that we should keep on protecting our territories. Okay. Okay, last August din, ganun ding insidente ay naganap. Oo. Palibasa kasi si PRRD, kautaw ng kautaw at amin ng amin sa China. Kaya yan, siya ay masasabi nating dulot din ng matinding hidwaan ng China at ng ating bansa. Ngunit papayag ba tayo na ang China ay sasakop sa ating mga inaalagaang mga teritoryo sa West Philippine Sea? Siyempre hindi. And it would redound to so many things. It could redound to a possible war. I hope not. It could also redound to China being a superpower but at the expense of other countries. And also it would cause the severing of relations, or ibig sabihin nun, putulin ang relasyon sa pagitan ng China at ng Pilipinas. Actually, ang China dapat ay makontento na lang sa mga teritoryo nito. Bakit? Taiwan has broken away from China. And China is a huge country. It should not be rapacious anymore because it is thinking of only its welfare. And yet, China does not heed to our requests for them to stop dominating our territories in the West Philippine Sea. At ito, nagiging mas mapanganib na at nagiging mas mapangahas na ang panghaharang ng mga Chinese ship. Oo, pang-aapi nito sa ating mga hukbo, lalo na sa pandagat, yung Navy. Okay. Ito pa ang hirit ni Francis Tolentino. Na bukod sa pag-recall kay Ambassador FlorCruz, dapat ang DFA ay manawagan pa sa international community para i-pressure ang China na respetuhin ang pagkapanalo natin sa International Arbitral Court. So that means China should stop encroaching into our territories unless they want war. But we are not the type of country to get into war because we simply respect peace. Okay, we respect our people. We respect our neighbors. Okay, China's not really our neighbor, but it is fast becoming an aggressive and nosy neighbor. If that's how I can put it. Okay. Ito, ayon dito sa Permanent Court of Arbitration sa Hague, walang ebidensya na ang China ay nag-exercise ng exclusive control sa area sa West Philippine Sea. At saka umaangal ang China at tuloy ang Japan, US at Australia ay nanawagan na sa China na respetuhin na once and for all ang desisyon ng International Arbitral Court. Na dapat ang mga isla, mga pulo sa West Philippine Sea, mga teritoryo ay atin. At saka ito, tuloy. Hindi talaga makatarungan na pati ang ating mga fisher folk ay pinagdidiskitahan na ng Chinese Coast Guard. Oh. Sa inyo po, mga kaibigan, mga kaloyal, ka-MSMA, dapat ba nating iparecall si Ambassador FlorCruz o hindi? At saka wag nating hahayaan na ang China, na ang mga Chinese ay mag-abuso sa ating soberanya. Dahil hindi ito makatarungan. At higit sa lahat, Ito'y nakakasira sa ating ano, ito'y nakakasira ng dangal natin bilang isang malayang bansa. Kaya dapat ang China ay tumigil na lamang. Ngunit ito'y hindi pa pipigil. Bakit? Sa aking nakikita, kung ako'y hindi nagkakamali, ito'y labis na naghahangad na mapalawak nito ang teritoryo nito at nais nito na maging superpower lalo na economically. Sa totoo lang, yung pagtatangka ng mga Chinese na dominahin tayo sa pamamagitan pagpapatayo ng mga negosyong illegal, yung mga pogot iba pa, do you think they will succeed? Of course not. Because I believe that evil will not triumph in the end. It will not triumph for long. Because we have to assert our sovereignty. And we also have to assert our independence. And ito pa, napasok din ang issue pa na mga Chinese national ay kumukuha ng legit Philippine passport at saka mga birth certificate from Philippine Statistics Authority. These are really getting into our nerves, and these are crazy tactics. These are illegal, actually. To be honest, that is why we have to remember that it is we rather, who should fight for our sovereignty, and we should highly support our soldiers. Yes, especially those in the Navy, and we should also assert that that our fisher folk must not be harassed because they are simply making a living, and they have the right to fish in the sea, to fish in the territories that China is trying to claim. I hope that China this time would give up its claims sa ating mga territory sa West Philippine Sea. And it is not okay. And it is not okay. Para sa akin, Jaime FlorCruz should assert, he should assert that our country has the right to the territories, and I'm sure he will, because unless he happens to be a tuta of China, but no, he's a diplomat, he's also a journalist. That's why, with his extensive knowledge of China and international relations, I can see that he will fight for Philippine interests, not for Chinese interests. He's just there to also watch over our kababayans who are there in China. Yes. And let us not take a look at Jaime FlorCruz's past. Let us not take a look at his affiliations before. Rather, let us give the man a chance to prove himself. Pero if recalling temporarily si Jaime FlorCruz to the Philippines would be a viable solution, so be it. Honestly, I am not well versed in diplomatic and international affairs topics. So please help me. But sa akin, Jaime FlorCruz should be temporarily really recalled so that China would be able to realize that it has to give up its claims on our territories. Besides, China, if I were you, you've expanded your territory, so stop it. You've done it to Tibet, so stop it. Focus on the mainland. Okay, yan ang paunlarin niyo, hindi ang teritoryo ng iba. Why? Is it just because of the oil? I may not be good at international business, but China, if you want to become prosperous, do not do it at the expense of us Filipinos. Do not do it at the expense of other countries. Do it in your own land. Start with the furthest territories that you have. Paunlarin nyo yan. And do not ever, touch us. Huwag niyong kami kakantiin. Nang sa gayon, hindi tayo magkakagulo. Okay, sabi nga ni Kaloyal Mr. J, dapat nga na may takwil ang Chinese Ambassador to the Philippines kasi opportunista talaga. Yes. Point very much well taken. Yes. Oo, kasi itong Chinese Ambassador, syempre, Chinese interest ang pinalalawig. Kaya, dapat lang itakwil yan. Oo. If desperate measures would be the most effective solutions, then let our government decide. Let our government decide. And sa totoo lang, wag natin na hahayaan na wag nating hahayaan ang China ay umabuso. It's a big country and it should stop. Bakit? Does it want to be another Mongolia? Does it want to be another Russia? Does it also want to be another colonizer? Well, it will not win. First of all, China is not that sophisticated. Second, China is not that well respected because it is still a communist country. Marami naghihirap. So, who would dare believe in China? Well, not me, not us. Okay. Sabi ni Ate Tessa Sanchez, ay nako Mr. J, may isang vlogger na pro-China, binoljap ko sa asa ko. Tama yan, sino ba yon? Asarin yan. Dapat huyugin siya. Dahil yung klase ng tao ay hindi dapat nararapat na mamayagpag sa social media. Oo. Ay, good afternoon, Kuya Perry. Hello. Kuya Perry, okay, ayun. Saan nga bang ating mga comment? Okay, good afternoon mga kaloyal. Good afternoon po sa inyo. At nais kong ipahiwatig para kay Francis Tolentino. Although that could be viable, please, Senator, think about your decision and consult it with your fellow senators because you cannot act on it alone. And we should not resort to desperate measures if diplomatic protests can suffice. But if diplomatic protests are going to be dismissed by China, if that would be the solution, go ahead. Sapagkat ang ating bayan ay atin. Hindi na tayo dapat palulupig pa sa ibang sinasabing superpower. To me, China is not a superpower. It is a super ego. Why? Because if you compare China to a person, that would be a person with an ego. So there. Ibig kong sabihin na ang ganyang klase ng tao ay hindi dapat talaga na payagan pa na mamayagpag sa international community. And with the way China is taking the issue, it's taking it lightly. No, correction. It's taking it's claiming that it's the victim. That's how I see it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But I know in the end that we will win because if it continues to bully us, then the international community will continue to pounce on China. And eventually China will have to give up its claims. That's what I believe in. I cannot forgive China for what it has been doing to us. With its arbitrary moves and with its dictatorial tendencies, telling us to not operate about telling us not to not do business or to live or to operate around Scarborough Shoal. That's silly. Sa nakikita ko sa map, if I'm not mistaken, mas malapit pa ang mga teritoryo niyan sa atin, so it should be ours. Sabi rito ni National Security Advisor Eduardo Año to support my statement, under international law. The Philippines has the right to patrol the length and breadth or lawak of the West Philippine Sea, which necessarily includes Bajo de Masinloc or Scarborough Shoal. Yes, that's right. Okay, so yung exclusive economic zone natin is the demarcation, line, okay, separating China from the Philippines. And since it's within our zone, China has to move out. It has to get off. It has to beat it. They better take a hike. Which, ang ibig ko sabing take a hike, lumayas na sila. And if China doesn't stop, there will come a time when the international community, through the United Nations, would one day think of ostracizing China. And I hope that that day would come for the international community to ostracize China for its arbitrary moves, for its tendency to claim territories that are not theirs. Okay. I'm not so well versed dito sa 9-9, okay, but all I can say is that China respect the decision of the International Arbitration Court, or rather Permanent Court of Arbitration sa Hague. Listen up. If you still want to be respected in the eyes of the international community, give up your claims. If not, go ahead. Many will pounce on you anyway. Uy, salamat Ate Kualas Dimol. Salamat po. Ayun. Like done. Good afternoon, Sir Spokechat. Shout out sa lahat. Yes. Shout out po sa lahat ng aking mga kaibigan, mga ka-MSMA. Yes. Hello. Nako, salamat nga po pala sa aking mga kuya na sumusuporta sa akin, nagtuturo sa akin. Yes. Kaya mga kuya, kung may mali man ako nasabi o kung may kung nakulangan kayo, share lang kayo. Yes. At matututo rin ako. Ayun. Ma'am Jean Jaggers, hello from Ate Kualas Dimos. Uy! Thank you po pala Ate Kualas Dimos. Maraming salamat po. Ayan. Sabi po ni Nanay Carmen Kimberly, hello anak Spokesjet. Good morning po at sa lahat. Yes. God bless and tamsaktan. Thank you so much. And sabi ni Nanay Carmen, hello anak Mr. J. And KALOYAL Kualas Dimos says, Ma'am Carmen Kimberly, mega love shout out po. And okay, sabi ni Nay, o sige, bahala siya sa buhay niya, kung sino man siya. Dapat tapon sa dagat, pakain sa pating yan, para gawing pulutan. Dahil yung mga ganyang tao, walang pagmamahal sa Pilipinas yan. Gusto lang niya siguro magsarili siya. Okay, hello KALOYAL Kualas Dimol, sabi ni Nanay Carmen Kimberly. Yes. Sabi ni Ate Eden Kimpo Rizon Vlogs. Correct me sa pronunciation. Hello po Ate Eden. Good afternoon tam sa kapatid. Spokes, kinig lang. No problem. Alam ko marami tayong ganap. Ako nga nakatulog din ako kanina. Tatrabaho ko dun sa slides ko para bukas sa lesson. Ma'am Tessa Sanchez, new 2610, KALOYAL Sir Kira Yamato. Shout out. Hello. And sabi ni Ate Eden Kimpo, good afternoon, Mommy Carmen. And okay, anak ko, Eden Kimpo Rizon, good morning, sabi ni Nay Carmen. Kasi sa Germany, iba po yung time zone umaga po yun. Anong oras nga po pala doon? Siguro mga 8, ganun. Wallace Dimos, good evening from Nanay Tessa Sanchez kasi nasa America naman po siya. Yeah, kaya ibang time zone. Late na naman ako, that's okay. Okay lang yan. Patatagalin natin. Konting-konti lang. Ading, late na naman. Okay lang yan. Kung trabaho po yan, huwag po kayong mag-apologize. That's okay. Your work is your work. That's what makes you alive and well. Yeah, that's what sustains you. So that's okay. Late naman, okay lang yan. And mega love shout out to all guys. KALOYAL MSMA. Yes, MSMA forever tayo. Kaya ako, proud akong sabihin na itong aking pamilya, masaya ako rito. Yes, masaya ako dahil sa mga sa inyong lahat na patuloy na nagbibigay ng komento sa akin, mga feedback. Ayun, Carmen Kimberly, hello from Nanay Tessa Sanchez. And sabi ni Ate Kualas Dimos, Ma'am Joey S, hello. And Miles Tan, good evening from Ate Tessa, Nanay Tessa Sanchez. And Carmen Kimberly says, hello, Kaloyal Miles Tan. And Ate Joey S says, Kaloyal Kualas Dimos, hello. Ayun. And Kualas Dimos says, Kaloyal Miles Tan, good afternoon, CC loves. Okay. Although we don't really, although Jaime FlorCruz was not really well known here prior to being ambassador of China, ambassador Philippines to China, rather. Sorry for getting mixed up. Yes, I can see that he will protect the interests of the Philippines, but I hope he does it. At bantayan natin siya sapagkat ang ambassador ay hindi dapat nagkakawtaw sa host country. Dapat siya ay sumusunod sa ating bansa dahil ang ambassador ay may tuturing nating representative of the Philippines to wherever he's posted. And he should think of the welfare of the Filipinos. And I can see naman that Jaime FlorCruz, based on what I've read in the distant past, yes, in magazines and in magazines, yes, saan ba magazine yun? Na ano naman siya, na pro-Filipino naman siya. Yes. And he's a very simple man. Let us not think maliciously of him because he's doing his job and he's trusted by the president, so he should be worthy of that trust. But as for the Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, what is his name? Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, Wang Xilian, yeah, Wang Xilian, yes. Huwag kang magano, huwag mong ipagdudukdukan ang gusto mo, ang gusto ng ano mo, ng bansa mo. Kaya hindi ka magwawagi. Subukan mo lang. Subukan mo lang, tingnan natin, patalsikin kita. Sige, kanamin pala. Hindi ka magwawagi, okay. Pero kapag ano ka naman, kapag ikaw na may neutral, o neutral ground ka naman, at ikaw naman ay nagsusulong ng goodwill, yes, yung tamang goodwill ha, then wala kang maririnig sa amin. But if you try to inject the interest of your country, okay, if you try to insist that China has the right to our territories, then get out. We don't need you here anymore. We would rather have you kicked out of the Philippines than to see you again. We don't want to deal with a two-faced a two-bit tramp like you. Hello, Kaloyal Philip Pakiran. Hello, spokesman. Hello, Kuya. Good afternoon po. And sabi ni Mr. J, Kaloyal Tita Kualas, Tita Miles, shout out po. And hello, Ate Smooth Just with Rusty. Okay. So, abangan po, bukas po, alas 2 ay pre-recorded po tayo. Ay isasalaysay ko po tungkol dun sa kung ano ang nangyayari ngayon kay Laila de Lima at kung ano kanyang mga trip na gawin. Oo, kumusta na si Laila de Lima. Bukas, alas 2, pero pre-recorded. And on Friday, pasalamat ako kay Kaloyal Yamato. Yung sa content, ire-report ko sa Friday ang tungkol doon sa pagpapatawag kay Triple X President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, pinapatawag na siya ng korte dahil sa kanyang pagbabanta kay Franz Castro. Yes, and although I don't like Franz Castro really, in fact I detest her. I really detest her. Just like I detest criminals. We don't have the right to take another person's life. Lalo na XXXPRRD is not in power anymore. Okay. Kaloyal Mr. J, Kaloyal Nanay Carmen Kimberly, shout out po. And sabi ni Ate Smooth Just with Rusty, Tamsak spokesjet. Thank you so much. Yes. Sir Kaloyal Philip Bakiran, mega love, shout out. Yes. Thank you so much, Ate Miles. Okay. And Bunso Kaloyal Mr. J Vlog Channel, mega love, shout out. And sabi ni Mr. J, Kaloyal, Kuya Philip, shout out po. Smoochas with Rusty says, Kaloyal Mr. J, alalahanin po natin, mga kaibigan, na ipagtanggol po natin ang ating bayan dahil lagi po nating sinasabi na walang ibang magmamahal at magmamalasakit at magtatanggol sa ating bayan kundi tayo rin mga Pilipino. Kaya't huwag nating hahayaan ng ibang tao na dapurakin ang ating bayan. Sapagkat dito tayo isinilang, dito tayo lumaki, dito rin tayo tinubuan ng bagwis, at dito rin tayo marahil mananatili. Ngunit kung saan man tayo, huwag po natin kalilimutan na tayong mga Pilipino. So let us be good ambassadors and protectors of our country wherever we are. And let us not let egotistic pseudo superpowers like China to encroach on our territory and to mess with our kababayans. Because they don't have the right to do so. And that shows that they are desperate to expand their territory and to inflate their ego. That's why we should defend our kababayans. And let us also appreciate our armed forces, the members of the armed forces who are doing everything to protect our sovereignty and who are ready to take up arms and to give up their time to expend their strength and to even give up their lives just to protect our country. As for China, tama na ang pag-aangkin ng teritoryo. You've done it to Tibet, you've done it to other regions. Meron ka pang existing na gulo with India na dulot nyo dahil inaangkin nyo pa ang Arunachal Pradesh, Jammu and Kashmir, Leh and Ladakh. Kulang na lang angkinin nyo ang Shimla, wag na. Sa Pilipinas, wag na. So stop na. Tama na. Wag na kayong gumulo pa. This is spokesman also saying, basta't wag po tayong matakot na sabihin ang katotohanan, tanggapin po natin ng may kababaang loob at wag po tayong patatalo sa panlilinlang at paninira. Dahil ang taong marunong gumalang sa kapwa ay siyang totoong pinagpapala. Agyamanak, kadyos gina, ket ayatan kada kayo. Kita po tayo bukas, again, 2 p.m. Tatalakayin ko po ang tungkol sa kung kumusta na si Laila de Lima. And sa Friday, live po tayo. Live po tayo sa Friday. Ito ay tungkol sa sa balita na sinasamo na si Triple X President Duterte. And Saturday naman dahil ako'y out of town, pre-recorded po tayo pero 2:00 ng hapon sa The Ilocano Educator Show. At aking tatalakayin po ang tungkol po sa pagprotekta sa karapatan ng ating mga media worker. Yes. Nagyamanak, kadyos gina, ket ayatan kada kayo. Thank you so much. God bless you. And mabuhay po ang MSMA. Yes, our family, our MSMA family. So let's hold on together and let us love one another. Yes. And thank you po sa aking mga kuya na laging nagtuturo po sa akin how to do political vlogging and even about the issues to discuss. Yes. Yeah, kaya sana nairaos po natin ito ng mabuti. At sana sana kahit paano na ipaliwanag ko ng maayos ang tungkol sa isyong ito. Kaya wag po tayong matatakot na i-share po ang ating mga kuro-kuro dahil lahat po ng ating kuro-kuro ay respetado. Yes, we respect your opinion. Yes, and because this is a free country. Yes, sabi ni Kaloyal Mr. J, Kaloyal Ma'am Smooth Jazz, shout out po. Ate Kuala Dimos, shout out kay Smooth Jazz with Rusty and Kaloyal Perry Pasqua. Sabi ni Ate Iram Heart Odabas, ang saya, hello folks at sa lahat ng Kaloyal. Yes. Sabi ni Ate Tessa Sanchez, hello Philip Bakiran. Yes. And sabi ni Kaloyal Mr. J, congrats po Tito Spokeshed for unlocking your membership per steer channel. Thank you so much Mr. J. Nako, dream come true. Pero I still couldn't believe it kasi tagal lang hinintay ko eh. Kaya tama si Kuya Bugteeth. Just be patient and just be yourself. He's right. Yes, and I'll always listen to him because he's my kuya, as well as Kuya Trunks and Banat Boy, my kuyas. Mm. Sabi ni Kuya Philip Bakiran, let's read this opinion. It's better to kick the ambassador of China here on the Philippines so that China will notice that we mean business if they continue to harass us. On point, Kuya. Yes. Pitikin natin. Ting! Pitikin natin. Nang sa gayon ay ang China ay makinig na rin. Tama yan. Pitikin. Pitikin na natin. Hindi lang pitikin. I-shoot din natin. I-shoot natin. At makaka 3 points din tayo, I'm sure. Yes. Kaya, no to China. Goodbye na. And yes, to Pilipinas. Yes, sabi ni Kaloyal Sir Kira Yamato, pakitanggal nga na Chinese sa Pilipinas, pakisama na si Triple X President Rodrigo Browas Duterte. Oh, syempre, isama na rin si si Harry Pokwang. Oo. Yes, at saka si Tambachina. Oo. Alam mo bakit? Tamba na kamukha ni Matutina. Okay, sabi ni Kaloy Iron Heart Odabas, Mr. J. Tessa Sanchez, Philip Bakiran, Smooth Jazz, and again, shout out. Ayun, shout out sa inyong lahat, sabi ni Gene Jaggers. And ito, madami pa, babasahin pa natin. Siyempre, mahal ko po kayong lahat. Yes. Siya nga pala, ayun, mga kaibigan, ayan, permanente ng schedule ng UKP po. Mondays to Fridays, 2 p.m. Ilocano Educator Show, Saturdays, 2 p.m. May times na magla-live po ako sa Ilocano Educator Show. Pero may times din po na magpi-pre-recorded po ako. Kaya ngayon, may ganap. Yes. At mag-suggest po kayo ng mga topic na pwede ko pong talakayin lalo na sa Ilocano Educator Show. At gagawin ko po ang aking best na matalakay ng maayos at ng tama. Yeah, sa lahat ng mga nagtatamsak, maraming salamat po. Yes. Kaloyal Tita Love Sapphire, shoutout po. Sabi ni Mr. J. Smooth Jazz says, Kaloyal Love Sapphire, hello. Oh, sabi ni Nanay Tessa, daming syunga na vloggers, ma-pro-China. Kaibigan daw ng Pinas ang China. Tapos Amerika daw ang panggulo. Hindi totoo yan. Ang China nanguna, kaya China ang dapat na makawawa po. Magandang hapon din, Ate Love Sapphire. Maraming salamat po. Yes. At saka siya nga pala, ang ating Pangulong Marcos ay nasa Estados Unidos na para sa APEC Summit. And let us pray that he would succeed in his endeavor to promote our country and to develop good international relations with other countries. And I'm sure he will be a superstar just like before. So let us keep on praying for and supporting our President Bongbong Marcos. Yes, sabi ni Smooth Jazz with Rusty, sana makulong yan Duterte na yan. Of course. Pwedeng kulong yan. Sa hawla. Oh, Kaloyal Valstad, hello. Ayun, of course you will. Let us protect our beloved President. Yes, that's right, Mr. J. Our beloved president is working so hard. Yes, some people just don't know how hardworking he is. But he is really hardworking. Yes. Just like Apulakay. But it's a different era now. Yes, good afternoon to you, Ferrero Rocher. How are you? Oh, mag-aral ng mabuti ha, Ferrero Rocher. Yes, and don't forget to eat on time and sleep early. Yes. Kaloy Love Sapphire, shout out sabi ni Ate Kualas Dimos. Yes. Kaloyal Iram Heart Odaba says, Love Sapphire, Kualas Dimos, Carmen Kimberly, shout out. And Nanay Tessa Sanchez says, Ferrer Rocher, good evening. Ayun. Yes, good afternoon, Ferrer Rocher from Kualas Dimos. And sabi ni Nay Tessa, thank you sir, good night. Yes, thank you for sharing your opinions also. Yes, kaya lahat ng opinion po ninyo, babasahin po natin. Basta't may respeto po at related sa issue. Kasi kailangan balance tayo. Yes. As a media man, yes, I'm striving to practice it. Yes. Ayun. Basta abangan po again Thursday ay tomorrow. Kumusta na si Laila de Lima? And sa Friday, yung pinapatawag na si Triple X President Duterte. Yes. And Saturday naman yung security para sa ating mga media worker. Ayun. Maraming salamat po muli and huwag po tayong mangingimi na ipaglaban ang ating karapatan.
Bato-bato sa langit ang tamaan, huwag magalit. Katotohanan lang ang balitang ginagamit. Spokesjet, channel, Marcos Social Media Alliance. Di pwedeng tago sa bayan ang katotohanan. Katotohanan para sa bayan. Spokesjet channel, puro at tapat at katotohanan lang para sa bayan ay makakabuti yan. Walang bias at maling gawain, walang buhaya, lahat makakakain. Sino ba ang tunay na merong puso? Siya dapat umupo, siya ang dapat mamuno. Lahat katotohanan dito, hindi man luloko, tapat sa Pilipino. Loyalista dapat yan para sa namumuno ang katotohanan. Bawal dito ang kamalian, kung sinong bias ay tututukan. Marcos, Social Media Alliance, yan ang totoo sa bayan. Nagmamahal sa Pilipinas, dala ang katotohanan. Bato sa langit ang tamaan, huwag magalit. Katotohanan lang ang balitang ginagamit. Spokesjet, channel, Marcos Social Media Alliance. Di pwedeng tago sa bayan ang katotohanan. Katotohanan para sa bayan. Spokesjet, channel, sa langit ang tamaan, huwag magalit. Katotohanan lang ang balitang ginagamit. Spokesjet, channel, Marcos Social Media Alliance. Di pwedeng tago sa bayan ang katotohanan. Katotohanan para sa bayan. Spokesjet channel, walang kinatatakutan, basta balita para sa bayan. Di magpapahuli, di magpaparaya, at di maniniwala sa haka-haka. Sa mga haka-haka, subukan mo lang, ikay mapapalaban. Walang atrasan sa balitaktakan, basta nasa tama para sa bayan. Dito hihinto, magbigay informasyon para sa Pilipino. Walang sinisino, lahat ay totoo. Isisiwalat lahat ng totoo para sa bansa, kung ano katotohanan sa video niya. Spokesjet channel, asahan mo, balitang totoo. Bato-bato sa langit ang tamaan, huwag magalit. Katotohanan lang ang balitang ginagamit. Spokesjet channel, Marcos Social Media Alliance. Di pwedeng tago sa bayan ang katotohanan. Katotohanan para sa bayan. Spokesjet channel, sa langit ang tamaan, huwag magalit. Katotohanan lang ang balitang ginagamit. Spokesjet channel, Marcos Social Media Alliance. Di pwedeng tago sa bayan ang katotohanan.